Hi guys, and welcome to my channel Kel Stitches. This is a place where I talk about everything cross stitching, from dyeing fabrics right through to actually stitching the projects. So this is a Flosstube number 79, I am pretty sure, since I have missed quite a few. Let me just check. Go back to when my last Flosstube was. Is that it there? Okay, yes, Flosstube number 79. And today is Monday the 20th of October 2025. So, hello again. Yeah, I'm not going to bullshit you about reasons and give you reasons on why I have been missing in action. I just couldn't have been bothered filming, to be honest with you. So yeah, but here I am, I'm back. This is nearly going to be a mini whip parade because I've worked on all of my projects that are currently in rotation. So yeah, I've got a fair list there. There's my list of everything I've worked on in the last 6 weeks, 8 weeks, whatever it's been. It has been, I think it's only been 6 weeks. It's been a while. So yeah. And that's all. As I said, I'm not going to give you any excuses. I just haven't been, I haven't had the energy, couldn't be bothered to film. So let's just get straight into my stitching. And I am just going to, not going to go in any particular order. I am just going to go, I've got my two baskets here with everything in them. I am just going to grab one off the top and show you. So there may be a little bit of pauses while I am checking to see my numbers and stuff like that, but you know. All right, so let's just get straight into it. No mucking around. The first one I am going to show you is leave that one behind because that's been UFO'd. I'll grab them ones. I should have been more organised, but I really am not. So this is the first one I'm going to show you. It is Moonrise Song. Artwork is by Abraham Hunter, and it is charted by Artisy Cross Stitch. Speaking of Artisy, I think their annual sale, or one of their annual sales, is on. It is currently on, and I think it runs to the end of November, so you get 20% off all PDFs. So go along and have a look at your wish list and grab some more patterns. I really got to restrain myself. There's some orca patterns on there that I really, really want to get. Anyway, so this is what it'll look like when it is completed. I am currently stitching up in this corner. And I will put up a picture of where we seen it last time. I was going to do this in sections, you know, like in the fortnightly sections of this is what I stitched on in the first fortnight, and then I was like, no, bugger that, because I've stitched on some of these a couple of times over the fortnight and that would take too much effort. So this is where I am up to with it. As you can see, I have finished off that page, which was my goal. I really wanted to get that page finished, and look at the detail in those trees there. It's absolutely amazing. Here, look, I'm just going to pop this off and show you. That's not completely all of it because there's some more down there. But yeah, that is everything that I have stitched so far. So now that I've finished that page, I'm just going to move down to this row of pages and work my way back across to over here. And that's how I'm just going to keep working that project, row by row of the pages, and until I reach down here, which is the middle, and then we'll be back. So I worked on this one for 4 days over the 6 weeks, and I got 1,950 stitches into it, and it is looking amazing. I think I'm gonna have to get up and turn the fan on. It's freaking warm here today. 32 degrees Celsius we are going to get to, and I think we're already at that, and it's 2 o'clock already. Where's my phone? Lost it. I will be back in a second. I'm just going to turn the fan on. Alright, I'm back. I've turned the fan on, so I'm sorry if you can hear that in the background, but I am not going to be sweltering through this video. Rightio. So, I will just mark that one off that I have. No, that's the wrong one. That one there. Alright, so the next one that I am going to show you will be this one. It is Daydream Sea Turtles, and it is artwork by Sheena Pike, and it's charted by Charting Creations. This is what it'll look like when it is completed. So I think the last time I'd finished off this flower in here and I'd moved across, which would be into this, into the turtle's head. I will put a picture of where it was, and this is where I'm up to. As you can see, the head is starting to come in. I've got his eye in there. That's his little snout, where his nostrils and that are. So I worked on this, where are the turtles? Down here, for 2 days, and I got 1,500 stitches into it, which when you have a look at the before picture, you can see a fair difference. Most of them are up in here, obviously, and down in here, but yeah, that's what that's looking like. I'm going to try to move through these pretty quick, guys, because it's going to, I've got nearly 20 odd projects to show you, so I'm not going to fart around too much and spend too much time on them. Alright, take turtles off. Oops, and just knocked my light. Next one I'm going to show you is this one. Now this is the cross stitch for everyone stitch along from last year, from 2024. This is what it'll look like when it's completed. Now I am stitching this just on white material because I am eliminating all that white background, because there is like 20-something thousand stitches. It's ridiculous in white. It's called Out of the Savannah, and it is charted and designed by Missy at Cross Stitch for Everyone. And that's what it'll look like when it's completed. And this is where I'm up to with it now. I've got that far with it. Now this was the replacement, because if you watched me previously, you know that I was doing the 2025 sale, which was To Catch a Dream, and I gave up on it because of the confetti in it. It was absolutely horrendously ridiculous and crazy. So I swapped it out, UFO'd that one, and I swapped it out for this one. And I worked on it for 2 days and got 300 stitches into it. And I have made a decision that I am going to UFO this one as well. I just haven't got the capacity to stitch on it at the moment. It's just not doing it for me. I am, yeah. So that one is going to go away, whether I pick it up later down the track or not, or whether I just cut off what I've stitched and use the leftover bit of fabric for something small. I don't know. That is all the white skeins that I had to buy for the project, because when I first thought about it, first thought about doing it, I'm going to harvest the needle and the needle minder and the Q-snap, because if I'm UFOing it, I will use them on another project. So yeah, that's everything. So really, I haven't got sort of that much stitched on it, but yeah, it's just not. I think I'm just going to UFO it and maybe get to it down another time down the track, or maybe not, or whatever. I have made the decision that I am only going to stitch on what I really enjoy, and at the moment I am not enjoying either of those sales, which is why I'm not buying. I am not purchasing this year's sale either. Alright, I'll tick that one off. Reach into my basket and see what I pull out. Next one I'm going to show you is this one. It is called Horse Portrait, and it is chartered by a company off eBay called Just Stitching. This is what it'll look like when it's completed. This is where I'm up to. Once again, I didn't get much on this one. That's all 10 stitch. I am doing the background in 10 stitch. I was sort of hoping that I would have this one finished by the end of the year, but that's not going to happen either. Where are we? Here we go. I worked on this for 2 days and I got 400 stitches into it. And I don't even know if that was, if I wrote them down as 410 stitches or if I wrote them down as 400 full stitches. Don't know. I think they might have been 410 to make up 800. Sort of looks like approximately 800 stitches there. So yeah, that's what it's looking like. I sort of lost my mojo on that one. It's, yeah, not a top priority on my list to get completed anymore. But I will keep plugging away at it and get it finished eventually. Next one is this one. I call it Two Wolves, but I think it's actually called Wolf Duo. This is out of a cross stitch magazine. That Judy from An Aussie and a Kiwi Go Travelling gave sent to me a while back. I am currently stitching on this one here. I'm currently stitching on this one here. And this is what it now looks like. I have made a bit of progress on this one actually. I worked on it, nope, wrong one. There we go. Worked on it for 4 days and I got 1,600 stitches into it. I really don't have that much stitching left to do. The rest of it is a lot of back stitch and stuff. So yeah, I will, once I pull this out again, I will get the hopefully get the rest of the stitches done in it, and then I'll do the back stitch. There's probably more stitches in there than what I think there is, but there's only a couple of colours left in it. And then I will stitch the other one down here, but I was going to do a couple of Native American symbols or something along here, 1, 2 or 3, something, whatever's going to fit along there, just to make a bit of a between the two, and then I might make it into like a bell pull or something like that. I don't know, I'll see, or a long frame. Alrighty go. Sorry, I'm getting up close and personal now. I moved the let me pull that one over there. I moved the there's everything in there. I moved the camera a bit closer because I was having to lean forward. Okay, the next one. I don't know if I know if I've got the cover photo for this one. No, can't find the cover photo. This is my Beetlejuice one anyway. So, put up a picture of where it was, and this is currently where I'm at. Now, I was hoping to have this one done by the 1st of October, or before the 1st of October, because that was the daughter's birthday. But now it's going to be a Christmas present, so... where are we? I worked on it for 9 days. And I got 3,630 stitches into it, and I was trying to stitch as much as I could, as quick as I could, but there was a lot of stitches in here, a lot of stitches in there. So, but there's actually not that much left on this bottom. I think this might be the bottom of the chart. Now this is from a store on Etsy. I can't remember what they're called, but if you want to have a look at it, you just put in Beetlejuice cross stitch patterns and it should come up. And it is, I haven't been telling you what everything else is being stitched on, but this is being stitched on an 18 count Ada that I dyed myself in a purple. And that's what it looks like. So yeah, I should have it finished by Christmas. I will definitely have it finished by Christmas. I will make sure of it. Alright, next one I'm going to show you is this one. It's my stamped kit. It is just one that I got off AliExpress many years ago. That's what it'll look like when it is completed. And this is currently where I'm up to. As you can see, I have filled in quite a bit more of that blue. I did get on a bit of a jag with it and just sort of went, oh yeah, this isn't too bad to actually stitch on anymore, and just started stitching on it and quite enjoyed it. But that's only in this section here. Once I get back up into here, I may not enjoy it as much. but I really don't have that much left to do on it, so I just got to pull my finger out and actually do it. Just do it. But yeah, it does look good. But I think it's because I'm using that, it came with that, I ordered it with that rayon floss. It's a pain in the ass to work with. And I thought, oh yeah, I only ordered like only one more kit with the rayon floss. No, when I was sorting everything out, I'd ordered, I think there's about another two or three with the rayon floss. So I was really hating myself at that stage, wasn't I? Because yeah, put myself through a bit of pain using the rayon floss. And I stitched on this for one day and I got 400 stitches into it. Right, they can all go back in that one. Rightio. That's not very neat, but that's alright, I will sort that out. Alright, on to my next ones. The next one I'm going to show you is my Year in the Woods, and I am currently stitching on the ferret. This is the first series. I still haven't bought any of the second series, but that's alright. I'll get around to it. So yeah, I am currently stitching on the ferret, and I am doing these flowers at the moment. And this is where we're up to. So I stitched on this for 2 days and I got 700 stitches into it. As you can see, nearly completed those flowers that run down. Once I get them done, I will start on the ferret, I think, because it'll fit in this hole. Hope it'll fit in the whole thing, but I don't have to move it over too much. Then again, I may have to, hang on. Yeah, no, it should fit in. It might be tight, it might come there. But it should fit in, because looking at where the swans finish, they are all the same size, so, yep. And I told you how much I'd done on it. This is being stitched on an 18 count aider that I dyed myself in this brownie orange fabric. And it is looking really good. I really love stitching on this one. When I get it out, I always really enjoy stitching on it. Really enjoy it. But they're not as quick to stitch on as what you'd think they would be. You think that they'll go really quick and they don't. Okay, so the next one is going to be this one. It's the Modern Folk Embroidery Sale for 2024. It is called No Time Like the Present. This is what it'll look like when it's completed. Not in that colorway though, because I have changed it up. But yeah, I am working in this section here somewhere, around about there. Still haven't put this in a project bag, even though I have 4 or 5 of them empty over there now that don't have any projects in them. And yes, that's not the right way. This is where I am up to with it. So I worked on it for 2 days and I got 1,100 stitches into it. It is being stitched on a 20 count Rustico. And these are the colours that I'm using, 322 and 835. And I am throwing in a little bit of the DMC Diamond Gold in there, in sections, just for a little bit of pizzazz and glitter, like up here. But yeah, so Okay, it's not very big on the 20 count. If I had done it, it would probably be a bit bigger. But I am stitching this. I'm going to do the 2023 South on the same fabric in the same colorway, so they're kind of like a matching pair. Oh, just that one. Next one I'm going to show you is this one. It is Spirit Guides. The artwork is by Laurie Prindle and it is charted by Pain Free Crafts. Nearly said Heaven and Earth Designs then, and it's not. So this one is charted by Pain Free Crafts. I am down in here. No. Yes. No. Where am I stitching? I'm stitching down here somewhere. So that's what it'll look like when it is completed. And we'll find out where I'm stitching on it right now. I want to bring it out. Yes, it is right down the bottom. Oh, my thumb. So this is where I'm up to with it. My goal is to get all of this completed in here because it's all the one color. And then I can get into the browns and stuff of the rocks and the hills and whatever it is down there. So yeah, it is moving along. And now I worked on up here for one day, and I got 700 stitches into it, which as you can see is a lot of this in here. So next time I pull it out, I will continue to work in this section and hopefully get that filled in and move right along with it. It is looking amazing. I can't really show you everything that I've stitched on, but that wolf is amazing. So is the horse that's here. And now I'm just into boring background. But that's why I start in the middle, isn't it? So I can start on the focal point, move out, do some boring background, and then come back to the focal point. All right. Oops, I keep knocking my light. Yep. All right. I think I may be missing one. I think I'm going to have to go find it. The next one that I am going to show you is, oh, there's my Beetlejuice cover photo. Slip that in there, sort them out later. Is this one? Mini Shaman. Artwork is also by Laurie Prindle. This one is charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. I am stitching down in here in the bird, in the eagle there. And this is currently where I'm up to. So I worked on this one for 2 days and I got 1,300 stitches into it. I think I may only have one colour left in this to stitch, which is all of this stuff in here, hopefully. So yeah, that's what it's currently looking like. And then we have Protector. Artwork is by Katie Lipscomb and it is charted by Pain Free Crafts. I am not stitching all of the pale background. I am doing it on a green fabric that I dyed myself. Just give me a second. This is what it is looking like. I stitched on this for 2 days and I got 1,100 stitches into it. And yeah, that's what it's looking like. Going to get that done, and I'll move down to the rest of the I think I just cracked 80% on it, so this is going to be my focus on a finish for next year, because it's the closest of my full coverages that are nearly at the closest to being finished. Next one I am going to show you is this one. It's a Happy Mood Point sampler. They're from a store on Etsy. If you look up Quaker samplers or Happy Mood Point, I think their name has actually changed, but yeah, I think their name's changed on Etsy to Daily Pattern Post or something like that. But if you look up Happy Mood Point, it still comes up. They will still come up with these patterns. And this is where I'm up to with it. So yeah, that's what it's looking like. It is being stitched on 18 count black Aida, and I worked on it for 1 day and got 400 stitches into it. I am nearly at the other side of the pattern, and yeah, I think I'm at about 75–80% on this one. And I am using something called Fairy Lights by Silks For You. Amazing. It is an amazing, sorry, it's in a bit of a mess, but it is an absolutely amazing colour. So yeah. All right, now I am going to show you this one. It is Mini Top Frog. Artwork is by Jodie Bergsma, and it is charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. This is what it'll look like when it is completed. And this is where we're up to. I'm pretty sure all of this is just one colour that's left now. And it is, I'm pretty sure it's just all 310 that's left up here now. But yeah, I'm not as far along in percentage wise as what I thought I was with this one. I thought I was nearly halfway, but I am not. I think maybe once I finish this page, I might be halfway through it. Let me have a look. I worked on this for 2 days and I got 900 stitches into it. So yeah, that is where we are along with it. I do love it. I do love all my projects. I kind of lost my stitchy bug for a while. Not lost it so much, but it's just I don't get as much stitching in as I used to anymore. Yeah, I don't have as many spare hours to do just constant, just sit down and stitch and get as much stitching in as I usually do. So, and there was that point there that I was having some issues trying to stay awake, not being able to stay awake past 8:30, 9 o'clock. So I think I've got that sorted. Next one is this one, Long Dog Samplers, Legal High. This is what it'll look like when it's completed. Don't mind all of my little notations there. That is for myself to, when I'm stitching it, so I can refer back to where I am going to put certain colours and stuff like that. That is also why I laminate, because I like to write. I've also got a notation on the back there. Also, I like to write little notes on there, especially when they're long dogs and stuff like that, so I can actually sort of remind myself of my thought processes when I first thought about stitching it, and the colours and how I was going to stitch it. So, and I always pull that out when I work on this, because then it will, so it's there as a quick reference. But this is what it is currently looking like. I am stitching this on a, I think it's an 18 count Aida that I coffee tea dyed myself. And I am using 3 Silks for You colours. We have PR151, PR149 and PR192. Those are the 3 colours that I chose to go on this fabric. I was originally just going to do it all monotone in this one dark colour, and then I thought, no, I really want to put a little bit of other colours in there just to break it up a bit. So I chose a couple more colours that are sort of in that similar tone. But yes, this is what it's looking like. I am loving how this is looking. It looks amazing. The colours just really, the fabric on this colour fabric, they just really complement each other. I worked on this for 4 days and I got 1,800 stitches into it. But yeah, looks amazing. I am not putting in the year down here and then here, and then down here they got the initials, which I don't think I'll be putting those in either. I will do something to change that up and put something else in there, I think. But yeah, I am loving the way this is turning out. I love stitching on this one. I know one of my viewers mentioned there a while ago that she would love to do Legal High, but the only way she would do it is if she had my colour fabric and my colour, the same colourway in the floss. Oh. The floss is easy enough. You just get on the Silks for You website. I think it's Shopify. Get on Silks for You and order the colours. Your fabric's pretty good too. Give it a go. Give coffee tea dyeing a go. I do have a tutorial for coffee tea dyeing fabric way back if you want to have a look. I will try to make a list of my dyeing videos, fabric dyeing videos, and I will put them all in one category so they're easier for you to find. But give the coffee tea dyeing a go. It is very simple and it'll turn out the same color, or close enough to the same color. Depends on the strength of the coffee and the tea that you use. But yeah, give it a go. Might not be exactly the same color as mine, but you have the same color floss, and if you want to use exactly the same, go ahead. It does not worry me if people want to copy the floss colors that I use on my long dogs or any of my other samplers and stuff like that. I'm not that precious that I'm like, oh no, you can't do that. That is my thought process. No, go ahead. I have taken some ideas off other people and changed them to my own, so go ahead. No worries in that sense. Right, and the next one that I am going to show you is Shaped Wolf. Artwork is by Greg Giordano and it is charted by Heaven Earth Designs. This is what it'll look like when it is completed. I am working in here in these back legs here. And this is what it looks like. So I worked on this for, where are we? 2 days, and I only got 500 stitches into it. This was back probably in that first fortnight. So yeah. But 500 stitches is 500 stitches. And it is coming along. It's being worked on an 18 count Aida that I dyed myself in a terracotta colour. Let's see if I can get this to actually show true to colour. That there is probably as true to colour as what you're going to get it. And once I finish this page that has these couple of paws on it, I am going to move over this way and do a column of pages on the front of him, and then I'm coming back and doing a column of pages on the back, and I will just keep swapping backwards and forwards like that until he's done. And I do have a companion piece which is a white wolf, which I am considering I'll probably do on a maybe a pale bluey fabric, but it's charted by Charting Creations, and I thought it was facing a different direction, but I don't think it is. I think it's facing the same direction, but I would have to check the stitch counts from Charting Creations and that one to see the difference in their stitch counts, because I'd like to eventually get them displayed together. But it's going to be quite a while before I start the other one, because this one is nowhere even halfway completed. But there's always those thoughts going around. Okay, the next one I am showing you is Tiger Lily. Artwork is by Laurie Prindle and it is charted by Pain Free Crafts. This is was one of my Crystal Club kits, which I'm no longer a member of, but that's okay. I can still buy the charts and kit them up myself. But I am working, yes, I'm working in this section here on the tiger. And this is where I'm up to. So I stitched on this for, where is it, 2 days, and I got 1,520 stitches into it, which finished off this page. And now I have moved over and I'm going to start on these couple of pages, which is the edge, that brings me to the edge of the pattern. So those eyes, look at those eyes, aren't they amazing? Just stare into my eyes. Yeah, it looks really good. And I think I ordered this one with an 18 count fabric. Some of the others that I've ordered, the sort of newer ones that I ordered from Sarah, I got with 25 count. So let's hope by the time I get to those ones, my poor eyes can still see the small holes. Okay, I think I only have 2 more to show you. One of them being this one, which is Waterhole Master. Artwork is by David Penfound and it is charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. This is just a regular version and I am currently working in this section to get this part, I think, in here somewhere, to finish off those zebras. And there we go. This is where I'm up to. Looks like a bit of a hodgepodge mess in there at the moment. I realise that, oh no, that's just, is that a water hole there as well? I don't know. This print off is not real great, but I know up the back here, up the back in here somewhere, there's another little herd of zebras, but I don't know if they're going to show up because this is only the regular version, so there might not be enough detail in it to show them zebras up, but I'm not even up to that point there yet. I was stitching on it and going, there should be more zebras up here, but they're further up on the pattern. So, but I think this is a little water hole in here, and then you've got the lion and lioness in there. But I am going to work across, get these couple of pages over here done to finish off. I want to get the zebras done first, and then I'll move on to the rest of the pattern. The elephant looks pretty good, I think. You got a butterfly on the back of the zebra. I worked on this for 4 days and I got 2,100 stitches into it, and it's looking pretty good. It's just being stitched on 18 count Ada. And most of my, if you're new, most of my projects are an 18 count, 16, 18. I have branched out into a bit of 20 count, and as I said, I have got some kits that have 25 count to them. So, but I'm not stitching on anything that's small in my current rotation. So I have one more to show you, which I have to find because for some reason, oops, pushing everything. What the truck? I was about to say, what the hell is that noise? I thought it might have been thunder, but no, it was a truck. All right, give me 2 seconds and I'll go and find this other project. All right, it wasn't with my others because there was a reason for that. Last one I am going to show you is this one. It is called Autumn Blessings. It's written up there in big fancy writing. It's called Autumn Blessings, and it is a pattern from Shannon Christine's Designs. It is being stitched on 18 count Ada that I dyed myself. Why buy when you can dye? Hey, that's my new saying. Rightio, so yes, this is what it'll look like. Oh, well, this is what it looks like, and I don't even know why I'm showing you this, because if you can remember, I was very close to a finish. Last time we seen it, and it is done. It is all finished. Yes, I way over estimated my fabric, but that was fine because it was just a little cut off. It was just one of them spare bits that you get when you cut your fabric up and you're like, what the hell am I going to do with that? Keep them, because these little samplers and stuff are amazing to put on them, and they're also good pieces to practice dyeing with. So it is done. I stitched on it for 2 days for a grand total of 675 stitches to finish it off. How cute is it? So cute. That is why I didn't have it with my others, because it was finished. So it was over with the finished pile. So yeah, that is all the stitching that I've done for the last 6 weeks. I haven't tallied up how many stitches I have done for that last 6 weeks because I didn't really worry about it. But I will put it in here somewhere just so we know how many stitches I've done in that time period since my last video. So yeah. All right, that is all of the stitching. I am going to update my boards here in a second. And I will yeah, boards. Now, a bit of haul that I got. New lamp, because my other one busted, and I'm just using one out of the spare room at the moment. Bought it from Amazon. It worked for half an hour maybe, and then it stopped working. So I've got to send it back, which I must do. All right. Okay. All right. Let's update these things. Oops. Small ones. Find all these. So, no, that is not good. That's the one I want. Alrighty. And then we will tally up how much I probably have to put into the into my kitty, and I'll do that later. I won't actually do that on. It will be an IOU. Rightio. Smalls and non-full coverages. So the first one I am going to mark down is Autumn Blessings, which is here, and 675 brings us to 8,775 stitches, and it is also a completion. Finished. So that is $10. I've already put a $10 in for it for reaching the 7.5, and I will put another one in there for finishing it. All right. Next one is Year in the Woods, which is over here. I'll put 700 100 there. And that is 9,100. Then we have a happy mood point, which is over here for 400. Wheels are falling off this whole thing at the moment. I don't know if I'm going to reach many more of my goals. Maybe these ones, but I don't know about my full coverages. I don't know if I'll reach some of them. But I will give it a red hot crack, I know, and see how far I can get. I mean, we still got, what, 10 weeks or so of the year left? I'm holding the pen incorrectly and just dotted myself. Alright, Beetlejuice is not on there. Two Wolves is, so it's here. And it got 1,600. And that gives us 5,900. Horse Portrait is here. We're just going to go with the 400. That gives me 5,200. I think next year, I'm not doing a plans video because basically my plans are going to stay the same. I am going to have 21 projects, a mixture of large full coverages and small and non-full coverage pieces, and I'm going to have the one focus on finish. I will pull out 7 projects a fortnight, and of course my focus on a finish is going to be on top of that 7, so I'll have 8 projects a fortnight, and I'll see how many stitches I can get. I will probably change my maybe change my goals on some of them. I'll see how far I get by the end of the year, and then I'll reassess and see if I'll change my goals. Because as I said, I can't stitch as much as I used to. Alright, stamped is 400. This poor bugger is not going to get anywhere near the goal of 7,500. I don't even know if it's got that many stitches left in it. That would give it another, what, 5,900 stitches? I don't know. I don't think it's even got that many stitches left in it. Could do, but I don't think it does. Legal high. 1,800. Woo! That brings it to 9,200, and that brings it over the 7.5, so that's another $10. And Modern Folk Embroidery is here, which is 1,100, and that is 6,700. So there we go. I love this. Finish, 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 finish. Don't think I'm going to get any more of those written on for this year. Depends. A happy mood point. Depends on how much I'll work on it, if I can get it finished. The Two Wolves definitely won't, because I've still got one whole one to do. Legal High definitely won't. Horse Portrait, no, because I've slowed right back on it. Modern Folk, no. And definitely not Year in Woods, and definitely not the stamped. So there's only one possible on there that I could finish. Right, full coverages. First one, Spirit Guides. 700. It's 8,400. Protector is 1,100. Shaman is 1,300. Where are we? Yeah. And that one's done. Tiger Lily, 1520. Let me know if you notice any discrepancies in my calculations. We all know that I can't count properly. Shaped wolf is a 500. Oops. And then top frog is 900. Turtles, Daydream Sea Turtles is 1500. And cross stitch for everyone. No, I'm just going to do that because I really don't. We're not doing that anymore. Moonrise Song is 1950. And then Waterhole Master and that is it. And so some of them are going to reach their goals. Wait, smack myself in the head. That one, that one, that one. Possibly that one. Will definitely reach their goals by the end of the year. So Spirit Guides, Waterhole Master, Mini Shaman, and Moonrise Song. If I push myself, I should be able to get Daydream Sea Turtles, Tiger Lily, Protector done as well. It will only be Shaped Wolf and Mini Top Frog that I am going to probably have a bit of a struggle on in getting to the 10,000 goals stitch goal. Right, so that is all that sorted. So there was only two that I owe myself. So that's just $20 that I will have to put in the what do you call that thing, money box, when I have spare 20. All right, so now swing back around this way. Autumn Blessings is finished, and I can't remember the date that I finished it on. Was that way back? There we go. 23rd of September. 23rd of the 9th is when I finished Autumn Blessings. Oh, and hang on, I have to put Legal High Goal 1, which I only had $100. Wow. I only had 100 stitches to reach that. So that would have happened back on the 4th of September. All right. That's those ones done. And now I'm just going to pull out what I will work on in the next fortnight, and we should be nearly finished. Okay. Let's go. So we'll pull out 6. So what are we going to work on? Happy mood point. A year in the woods. Nope, not that one. That's a UFO, so they can come out of there. Daydream sea turtles. That's 3. Shaped wolf. That's 4. Autumn blessings can come out of there too. Modern folk embroidery sale. And last one. Mini top frog. So that's the 6 that I will work on. Just give me a second, I've got to go. All right, I'm back. Okay, quickly finish this off. Just thinking, haul. I know a lot of people don't like haul, but I will quickly just show you these couple of things. I don't do it to brag and say this is what I've bought. I've got more money than anyone else. And as I said, I do it when I have the spare cash. I don't do it all the time. So, haul. And a lot of these are like monthly plans, monthly payments and stuff like that. So, I'm not sure if I showed you this one on my last video, but I'm going to show it again anyway. This is my last Crystal Club kit that I received. It is the White Tiger by Laurie Prindle. Absolutely gorgeous. I have the leopard as well, so you can see the 3 of them are going to be companion pieces. Although Tiger Lily is going to be bigger than this one. This one is on 25 count. I'd have to have a look. I'm pretty sure leopard is on 18 or 20 count. Maybe Tiger Lily's 20 count. Tiger Lily, where are you? Yep, Tiger Lily's 18 count. I'm trying to think, is the leopard 18 or 20 count? Because I know I did get a couple that were on 20 count too. And then I changed to 25 count because it was cheaper. And used up my voucher without me having to spend extra on top. But this one's 25 count. Trying to think. So they're all going to be different sizes, but that's all right. I don't care. They're going to be displayed together eventually in some form, or whether it's a wall hanging, in frames, whatever. They're going to be displayed together, and I really don't care if they're different sizes. So I got that, and I think I've received 2 of my Silks for You Silks of the Month Club. I think I might have showed you that one last time, maybe. Lovely teal and purple combined. You can see my colorways because they're the ones they're sort of the colors that I go to. That was one, and then last month's was this one, which is the August one. It's a lovely dark purple. It looks blue there. Maybe it is blue. Maybe it is blue. So it looks dark blue. In some lights it looks like a dark bluey purple, if you know what I mean, but that actually looks blue there. So that I got that one as well. I don't think there's any other haul that I've had, so yeah, that's it. As I said, Artisy is having a 20% off sale, runs to the end of November, so I may go and get some more packets. But yeah, that's that. Alright, so I think that's pretty much it. Not much has been happening in my life personally. I've had a few things. I'm now on blood pressure tablets because I went to the doctors to get a referral to a skin specialist, and they done a full health check on me. And yeah, my blood pressure was sitting on 170 over 110. Who knew that the doctors didn't like that too much? So, yeah, I wasn't allowed to leave the doctor's surgery until it came down a little bit, which it didn't really. Even when it did come down, it was still sitting on, I think it was 146 over 103. So he wasn't happy with that and put me straight on blood pressure tablets. 45, yeah. That about runs right, doesn't it? It is also a genetic problem. My dad's side, blood pressure, heart problems. So, yeah, probably should have been on them a long time ago, because my brothers and sisters have all been on blood pressure meds or heart medications since their early 40s. Because my dad died of a massive heart attack at 50, when he was 52. Which is only 7 years off my age. So yeah, probably should have been on them a while ago. I'm sort of putting that down to why I was so tired as well, and not being able to stay awake. Since I've been on them, just over a month now, and I do feel a lot better. Don't get the headaches, don't get the migraines. And I still get tired and exhausted from work, but I think that's just more natural, just a body response, rather than there's something wrong with you response. So yeah, and I am able to stay up a lot later than what I had been. Done a full blood workup, everything was fine except for my cholesterol. Who knew? So I've got to try and get that under control as well. He hasn't put me on tablets yet, so I've got to try and do that with diet. I thought my diet was pretty good, but obviously not. And yeah, so that's that been happening. I did go for a couple of skin checks. I did get this one cut out a couple of weeks ago now. So it is actually healing up really well. You can see that there is only, yeah, that's a bit of scabby stuff. But yeah, it's going to heal up really well. I think I'm going to start rubbing some bio oil and that in it to sort out that scar. My chest is still very itchy, so I'm going to have to keep an eye, because there's a couple other spots that are a bit closer that I've been keeping an eye on. But that wasn't all. He's going to take this one off because he thinks that is a skin cancer as well. And I said to him, you sure? Because I've had it for like 15 years. And he is pretty certain that is one, so he's going to take it off. Better off than leave it there, hey? He froze one on my nose, so we'll just have to keep an eye on that one. It was pre-cancerous apparently, so that was easy enough to freeze off. And yeah, there's a couple other things that he is going to slice and dice with. So yeah, by the time I'm done, it should all be done before Christmas, and yeah, I'll be happy when they're off. So I get this one done next Tuesday. So my next floss tube will be on the, let me just check that out. Next floss tube, what's the date today? It's 20th. So my next floss tube will be on the 3rd. So I will more than likely still have a cover over that, so people don't see any stitches or scabs or anything like that, because I know there's a few people don't like to look at that. They don't mind seeing the scars and the aftermath, but the stitches and all that sort of stuff's a no-go. So yeah, I'll keep that covered when I do my next video, if it's still in. Well, it probably will be. But that's about it. I've been called up for jury duty again. Yay, go me. Why me all the time? Anyway, I'm going to try to get out of that one. And yeah, that is pretty much it. Work's been work. It's ramping up a little bit. We are now into our Jacaranda Festival. Started on Saturday night, hence why I have purple hair. It started on Saturday night where we catered the Jacaranda Ball. Not as big this year as what it usually is. So, oh well, you know, I don't think people have the money to be able to paying for tickets and stuff like that. So, and the tickets are $150 each. Not just for us for catering and stuff, but that was $150 for the ticket. That was for everything. So, yeah, I just don't think people have that type of money to be splashing around anymore or at the moment. So yeah, we've got that for the next 2 weeks as well, as I said, hence why I have purple hair. And then we will finish that and be running into the silly season of Christmas, which is just around the corner, knocking on our doors. So I won't be, just a heads up, I won't be doing a Flossmas this year. Decided no, I'm not going to. Takes a lot to film every day, even though they're short, like 15-20 minute videos. It still takes a lot to set it all up, film it, then you have to edit and all that sort of stuff. And as I said, I'm lucky to sit down and stitch before 7:30, 8 o'clock of the night now, so I really only have a couple of hours, because I'll go to bed by 10:30, 11 o'clock if I'm working the next day. If I'm not working the next day, I might stay up a bit longer. But so yeah, I'm lucky to have 2 to 3 hours stitching time now. And yeah, so it does take a lot to film even those short episodes. So no Flossmas from me this year. I do have Silks for You 12 Days of Christmas box, so I may just do a quick little short, just opening it, seeing what it is for the day, which will only be like 2 minutes at the max, and I'll just post that daily, which won't take too much. But yeah, so that is everything. That is all of it. So my next, as I said, my next Flosstube will be the 3rd of November, something like that. If I can be bothered filming it. No, I will. I'll try to get back to my 2 weekly videos. I did film a video of another fabric dyeing, so I will try to get it edited, all spliced together and put up. And yeah, I think that's it. I will plan my next dyeing video or whatever technique that is going to be. And as I said on my channel, I will try to put all of my fabric dyeing videos into one. You know how you can have watch lists or something like that? I will try to put them all into one so it's easier to find. Alright guys, I am going to leave it as that. I don't need to be rambling anymore. So my partner's probably busting to get out of the bedroom. He's been sitting in there waiting for me to finish filming. Alright guys, so thank you very much for having the patience waiting for me to come back in this 6 weeks. There was a few of you that touched base, seen how I was traveling and that. Thank you very much. It is very much appreciated. I didn't mean to worry anyone, but yeah, I just did not have the capacity to be filming. But now I'm back at it, so hopefully we're all on track and level to keep going. So yes, thank you very much. It is very much appreciated that you had the patience or waiting around and that you have dropped in and seen or watched my video today. Yeah, so thank you very much guys, very much appreciated. Wherever you are in the world, please take care and stay safe. Until next time, bye for now.